Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I've got another stadium video for you. This game I play differently. I play the same a lot in many of my games. In this one, we took a tactical approach to give Moira a lot of utility, but there's some other elements which I'll get into shortly, which are really good, including some Voidhoppers play. So, in round one, we're looking at the enemy team. Ryan, Ash, Freya, Brig, and Mercy. Now, our team has a Freya and a Mercy as well. This is a weird team composition to build against because I want to have an orb-based build, which is really good against Ryan and Brig, and also it means I can keep distance from Ash. But at the same time, they've got two flyers, so the orbs are a little bit ineffective. And so I'm deciding what I want to focus on, and I think what swings me towards Phantasm here is that we have the mirror matchup of Freya Mercy. So I'll let them fight it out in the sky, and we'll just focus purely on how we're going to deal with Ryan, Brig, and Ash. Now, it is a bit tricky, because obviously Freya is going to have to deal with an Ash shooting at them as well. But our focus is going to be on, okay, we've got Orisa versus Ryan. So Orisa, Moira, Brig, Ryan. So we go for Phantasm, we get Ballistic Buffer as well, because that's really useful against Freya. And also Ash for the long range shots, and I really, really like that item. Armored Vest as well, because, well, why not? Gives us a bit of extra health. So in this game, I've also got a few little, sub-goals. Now, I recognise this Brig's name from somewhere. And if I recall, they're a very aggressive Brig. So they play the kind of, jump on top of you and try and burst you down combo. And I'm thinking, I don't want them to get rich. Now, normally I put out as much damage as possible, always just farming out damage. In this scenario, I'm actively choosing, or at least will choose, to deal a bit less non-essential damage. Now, people will be like, well, Arcs, that's a no-brainer. You should be doing that. You know how everyone says, oh, Moira's damage, it just feeds the enemy's ults in the regular game and stuff, right? Which I've kind of disagreed with, because it's not feeding them ults, it's trading, right? So I get my ult, they get their ult. And it's the same. In this situation, I get cash. Well, when the enemy team heal that up, they get cash. I'm actually thinking that if we manage to limit our cash and limit Brig's cash, the Brig's going to be useless. Whereas I'm not going to be useless. So I'm making a decision to play a lot more passive and to desperately try and limit the cash generation of some heroes. Also, Mercy and Brig get really, really rich if you just put out unlimited damage. And I'm trying to actively avoid that. So, enemy team up to 44%. I know we haven't spoken much about the gameplay, but I think it's really important to know what we're playing beforehand. And the idea of it. We still want to generate some cash, but there's a lot more heal orbs. Orisa using ult there over onto the Rhine. Does do a bit of damage. Yeah, we're not too firing heal orbs here. We're in a bit of trouble now that Ryan's next to us, but Orisa comes in, saves us with a pin. Brig also putting damage on us. We're going to have to rotate around to the Mega. Brig chasing us here. We get booped away from our heal orb. Little juke there over to the enemy Mega. We've nearly got Coalescence, which we can pop now that Rally's worn out. Heal orb for ourselves. Just ensure that we get kept alive. Don't even care if we're stunned out of this, because right now the two supports are occupied, so we're going to rotate back to our team. That allows us to retain the point. We take down the Freya, and now those two occupied supports are just pretty much isolated by themselves. Not going to save Ash either. So we'll just fade back. Take the fact that we're on 80% of the capture point done. And yeah, we've only got to deal with Rhine or maybe a Mercy if she's got her ult. Trying to touch the point. I don't think anyone else can get there in time. Rhine goes for the pin, but gets blocked. That was a charge trying to go over for the point. Didn't make it in time. Now look, we get 12k. Enemy Brig's only on 10. That's not really good for a Brig in the first round. If you look, even the DPS are out, cashing them here. That's really not very good. So this is working out quite well for us. Now, step 2. We have an option here to sell some items and go straight for liquid nitrogen. Again, we want to limit what Rhine can do. But the Rhine has taken a healing power on their barrier. So Cyber Venom could be another way that we can limit cash of everybody. So since I'm not fussed about my own ability power, we can choose what to do here. And that is the choice. We keep Ballistic Buffer just in case Freya hits us or Ashe hits us with a big shot. It's going to give us that extra overhealth every 15 seconds or something whenever we take damage from long range. And it's, I mean, I say long range, it's not that long. So we're going to opt for Liquid Nitrogen right here. Cyber Venom's fine as well, but we want to limit the cash and the ability for the Rhine and the Brig to engage. Can't really do too much about the Ashe right now. They are on weapon power, which is going to be very frustrating considering how squishy we are if the Ashe actually gets the shots on us. So right now it's a case of, okay, let's not let them have fun trying to gap close, and we should be able to get away and provide that kind of utility for our team. So a lot more heal-based build. So far the anti-cash strategy is working quite well. Going to fire some damage orbs, so we do need to get heal resources back so that we can do this. Keep on healing air or Carissa sometimes. Yeah, just trying to get the heal up. Oh, Mercy gets taken down. That's a bit of a problem. Cassidy's also low. We've got players on the high ground as well. Ashe would actually actively dodging those shots. Ashe isn't just missing. Now she's shooting at the Cassidy though. Oh, we get stuck, so we've got to fade away. That means we can't do anything about the Orisa. Orisa not taken off the map, but she's surely going down here as well. Couldn't get Rhine off the map, which would have been hilarious. The enemy team making some nice progress. So yeah, we're kind of leaving this up to the Freya versus Freya, and both with a pocket, and we've just got to worry about the rest of the game. There's two little games going on here. And I'm hoping that also with things like Cyber Venom and Liquid Nitrogen, we can maybe swing the fights in our Freya's favour without doing that much. Although they do technically have Brig packs that they can also put out there. Ah, how did that shatter hit us? It looks like we're just behind the box. We tried to get behind there. The enemy team seems to be clearing up. Ryan's doing a lot of work here. If you look, enemy Brig's on 1k cash. We're on 1.3. Enemy Mercy's doing a lot. But that normally means that our Freya's outperforming their Freya. Because if our Mercy hasn't generated that much cash, then there may not be that much damage. Or it could just be through eliminations, the enemy team getting those. That's probably the real reason. Right, Orisa gets a huge couple of kills. That's... oh, yeah, basically their whole team's cleaned up here.
The robot is in our possession.
So yeah, DPS pushing ahead. Oh no, there's a Freya behind. We're just going to fade that. And Freya smartly jumps off of the map, rather than letting us chase and eliminate them. I think the stagger would have been too great there. So yeah, good decision for everyone really. We hear footsteps up top. It is the Ashe there. We saw a beam on them as well, which means the Mercy was there. So I'm happy to pressure two players. It's not about getting the kills, even though we did do that combined with our Freya. Now again, pressure. We're trying to get some distance on the bot here. This is not about kills. This is just about pressure. Although this Rhine's very tasty here. Very low health. They do get taken down. Cassidy and Freya doing some work. And we're still moving the bot. Didn't use too much for that either. But yeah, the whole time that we can keep pressure on the backline and be that annoying distraction, the less time they're going to spend contesting the actual bot. We get to the checkpoint. We've still got a lot of distance still to go. Ashe hits us. Triggers the ballistic buffer there. Damage orb fired into the back is going to give us resources to just hold our left click down here for a little bit. There is a Brig next to us. Going to fade all the way back. Got to watch out for the bot. It's a tricky position to play in. Brig rally comes in as well. That Freya's slow. Very frustrating. Push forward. Damage orb at the back. Our Freya does get taken down. I'm not sure Mercy's going to get res on that. We're trying to heal the Orisa while also being safe, but we can't hide from that shatter. Oh, someone stunned him. I think it might have been our Cassidy stunned the Rhine just before the next swing. But we get pinned anyway. Slammed over into a wall. This isn't looking too good for us. Mercy does kill the enemy Freya with a punch to the face. But, yeah, Mercy and Orisa both get taken down. And again, though, we're keeping the Brig's cash low by not putting out crazy damage numbers. I think they're going to struggle with their build in this. Whereas our build is very minimal. Our build, you know, if I was going for a damage-based one, we'd have probably like 6k higher or something at this point. Put out loads of money, but I think so would the enemy supports would have even more money. And so, yeah, look at this for a build. Phantasm, Liquid Nitrogen, Cyber Venom, Multi-Ball. So why multi-ball? I mean, there is an argument for cross-orbal, but in this case, since all I'm trying to do is debuff the enemy players, yeah, the healing's nice, but I just want to apply those debuffs. We're going for a utility build. That's what this is. It looks like, oh, it's your typical orb debuff build, but actually we've put so much focus into utility that, yeah, that's what we're going for. We're not looking for the damage. We're not really looking for much of the healing. It's just... we're trying to apply the debuffs, and it's going to get more. At this point, I can tell you as well, I'm thinking about Weapon Jammer. And I'm just like, what if in the next round, and I'm looking at their attack speed, like, what if in the next round we picked up Weapon Jammer? That way we've got slows, healing reductions, and we can reduce their attack speed. Just saying, there are utility options for Moira in Stadium, which is fantastic. So, scores 1-1. Now we're making our way to the midpoint. Our team is 3k cash behind, but I feel like the cash generation in this game is actually really low anyway. So, how can we help our Orisa win against the Rhine? We put a load of debuffs on them. We don't really have the follow-up damage. Cassidy takes down enemy Freya. I don't know if there's going to be a res there or not. Oh, our Freya takes down the Ashe there. Just bouncing these debuff orbs. Ryan's going to have to retreat out. Looks like our team's going to get this point quite easily unless Ryan decides to commit, but I think that'd be absolutely crazy. Does get taken down anyway. It's going to finish capping this point. Again, not fussed about our money generation. Like, we're just... now applying debuffs wherever we can, and we don't want the orbs to do much damage. Much damage means much healing, so we're quite happy that this is minimal AP. Drop off those orbs for the Rhine, try and stay away from the Brig a bit. Brig does push us, we bounce our orbs back off the wall and just fade all the way out again. Does mean we're a bit far away from our Orisa. We're going to see if we can help her out with some debuffs in, over onto the Mercy, over onto the Rhine. Cheeky fade up top to avoid the Brig that was hovering around us. So now we rotate around. Oh, there's a Freya here. We'll go for that kill because even though multi-ball doesn't do that much, if you're stacking it on one squishy, it can actually do something. We're going to have to fade back though. So we took a bit too much damage. Fire those debuffs out again. Didn't connect with anything. We hear somebody going over that way because we heard the jump up from Ashe's coach gun. No, they're there. We just can't really do too much about it right now. Freya does stick us, so we're going to have to retreat from that. Don't really want to go back this way, but now we see that the Ashe's step behind cover and is no longer looking. It was kind of safe to do so. So all Briggs over onto the point now. Very low health though and debuff. Surely she's not lasting very long. Oh, Shatter, the Rhine doesn't make it in time. I think he got a Shatter on our entire team there. Doesn't make it to the point in time. We earn a nice comfortable 8k cash, which is respectable considering we're not putting out much damage. The healing's not great either because it's just weapon power healing. Well, no weapon. It's base Moira healing at this point, which by round 3, not particularly great. So we're going to take reflex coating, and we're taking that in anticipation that Brig's going to be pushing onto us. We've noticed throughout this game they seem to try to hard target us. Reflex coating should give us a bit of survivability with that. So we've then got smart orbs. It's just a case of let's make the orbs hang around a little bit longer. And then we made sure that we got ballistic buffer as well. So yeah, again, not too much to this build. Armored vest, ballistic buffer, reflex coating, smart orbs, cyber venom, liquid nitrogen. Still with a multi-ball. It's a utility build, right? We haven't increased our damage really at all.
Only 20 seconds left until
and it's working. We're 2-1 up at the moment. Enemy Brig's on 27k. Enemy Freya's starting to fall behind a little bit. The rest of it's kind of even. You know, we're a good 5k ahead in terms of cash. See, if you look what they've got the shield bash distance, and then they've got jet skates as well. Everything about that says gap closer. So reflex coating is such a good idea here. Because it's once they've used all the abilities, then yeah, it's not too bad. It also gives us a few options that maybe we can survive Ryan pins or something. I don't think we've quite got the health to do it. It does give us some options. We're going to fade that one for sure. Gotta watch out for the Brig sitting up top. Again, we've got Eye over there, but we can't do anything if they decide to engage. We'll just fade out of there. Oh, Freya putting a load of damage out on us. We're trying to rotate around to heal our players, but we don't know which way they're going to go, so we kept guessing incorrectly. Bounce the orbs off the wall. That should go over to the enemy choke point as well. Brig's now onto us, but the damage isn't there because you're poor. So orbs over to try and slow that Ryan. Again, another orb just in case Ryan does get taken down. Cyber Venom helps out a lot there. In comes the Freya ult. We use damage orbs there. No ability lifesteal on them though. Only got smart orbs, but again, the utility just about survived it. Oh, we're going to have to fade back here. Try and take this Mega. Okay, go back and support the team. Oh, Brig pushed through, but we're just going to avoid that one. Coalescence over onto the Rhine. Drop off the Phantasm Orb. That's also going to slow him. I don't think you're catching me there. Yeah, he's kind of isolated there from the rest of the team. Mercy going for the res. We don't have the damage to stop that with the orbs. Remember, we're debuffing. We are not AP heavy. And still do some, you know, base healing with the Moira, and slowing the Rhine and reducing their healing is going to be really, really useful for us. We hear the Brig behind us. Just fade. Looks like Ashley jumped in as well. Yeah, Brig does manage to escape. Is she waiting for a bash here? No, not really. There we go. She repeats and we kind of waste our orbs. Sorry, retreats, not repeats. Oh, she's cut off. We cut through in front of the Mega, and yeah, she does get cut off and dies quite late here. Bounced our orbs here. Our Freya is doing absolute work here. Okay, we're worried about players going up top here. It looks like Ryan was going there to get the Phantasm Orb on the other side of them. Damage orbs up top because we saw the Ash was there. Okay, Ryan's chasing, but we didn't fade it right away because we didn't need to. And this has allowed us to keep our fade to apply a debuff. Oh, Shatter, how did that one miss? But the one earlier didn't. I mean, we were just off on like the off angle for it. There is an enemy Bob there. We can't do too much against them. See if we can rotate and heal our Casty up. We've got to be aware of our Orisa though. Oh, Orisa, big ult going in over onto the Bob. We fire our orbs through. Bob gets taken out. Our Freya's very, very low here as well. But we are in the lead crucially with the objective. Try and heal the Cass up. Oh, Ryan's pinning through. Apply the debuffs. We're in range of the swings though. That's a problem. We've got nothing. Okay. So, we've earned 4k cash. Enemy Brig's on 2k, well, nearly 3k. Yeah, I really am liking this build against Brig, and I think I may do something like this in a lot more games, because I definitely have problems with Brigs that get overfed, and we can still be very useful. It's like we're passing over the carry to other players. One might even say supporting the team, but I like to support the team by also putting out huge damage numbers and supplementing it. We fade the Shatter here. Try and heal the Cassidy up with our Coalescence. Ryan opts to retreat. Debuffs come in. The Brig's trying to push us, but again, don't have the damage. Like, you should be quite a bit further along with the build right now. Oh, Mercy, I don't think we can save that one. Yeah, this Freya, the sticks are really, really starting to hurt. Brig's now pushing us. We're kind of isolated alone. Freya and Ash also from the top, taking us down here. Enemy team's making a lot of progress. They're in the lead, in fact, and it's overtime. I'm not sure we're going to be able to do anything about this. No. Enemy team come out on top there. Okay. Well, it's power time.
Some intense competition this round.
So, with utility in mind, obviously we're going to go for Voidhoppers. It's the primary utility. I didn't want to get it earlier because, one, it scales when your health goes up a bit, and in the later rounds it's going to be more useful. We are still considering just cross-orbal, just to get some healing out there. But I think, let's stick to the game plan. It's working quite well. Maybe not amazingly well, but quite well. And the problem is the enemy Freya is the carry. I mean, there's Freya and Ash, right? And there's actually a lot that I can save from Voidhoppers. Now, there's all sorts of Ash dynamites and burns and things like that that we can cleanse. But we can technically save players from Rhine pins, from Brig shield bashes, from Freya sticks, ults. There's a lot of stuff that we can save players from with Voidhoppers here. And even if we're not saving players using it as utility, we're using it as like extra overhealth for people. And we're having to fade quite a lot. We want to drop off the Phantasm Orbs, and we're playing around our team. And that's crucial because in a lot of the DPS based orb builds, you're not actually playing near your team. Everyone goes, oh, I would have picked Voidhoppers. And it's like, well, Voidhoppers isn't doing anything if I'm off on the flank. If you're one of the Moiras who sticks with a team, Voidhoppers is one of her best powers in the whole of the game. But if you're constantly away from your team, which I am a lot, it's not that good. So yeah, looking at what they've actually got in the build, and it's very clear what they're going for. We just want to confirm that they're not swapping anything out. So 2-2 the score going into round 5. I hope you liked the video. If you haven't liked it already, wait for the save on the Mercy in this round. Then hit the like button. I'll appreciate it. Thank you. Right. So, bounce the orbs off the walls. As we do. Ooh. Okay, trying to heal the Orisa, give her a little bit of overhealth with that Voidhoppers. As we rotate around. Mercy's stuck by the Freya ult. Cleansed. Voidhoppers, that was the save. Hit the like button. Wait, what? Okay, so now we're pushing in. Ryan does get taken down. Voidhoppers is so good against Freya, actually. It's like, even then, I don't know if it hit somebody, but I just timed it with the sound so that it would cleanse and give the overhealth. Like, at the time of the stick. It's actually really good against Freya. Okay, Brig's kind of trapped on point. We're going to drop off an orb to block the escape route. Brig gets taken down here. Oh no, we're stuck. We've got no cooldowns. We'll hide in the corner. The Rhine... The charge with the shield hit us. Even though, like, we didn't get hit by the actual charge itself. Very frustrating as Ryan does retreat. Team's up to 40% of the objective time. Can we get over to the Orisa supporter or get in range of the Voidhoppers? We did manage to make her fade a swing, which is going to reduce the damage. Let's get in close again. Get the heals up. We need that Voidhoppers again. Yeah, I think I was deciding on whether I should fire the orbs first and which orb I should fire. Should it be damage or healing orbs there? And then we were going to fade away. Or it was that we were just trying to get in closer with a Phantasm Orb. Either way, it didn't work out, but our team's still fighting. Looked to fire a healing orb through. It was hoping that the Freya was going to move forward. Obviously, long range, you could get those orbs very, very wrong. So let's rotate around and heal up the Orisa here. Brig gets stuck by Freya. Walks around a corner to her death. Okay, there's still the Ashe over there. Somebody's about to be set on fire. We get stuck, but we don't need to fade that one. Fade this one just in case. Okay, Ryan very, very low. We've got no cleanse for this one. Can cleanse this if we get stuck again. Mercy now flying around trying to contest. We drop off Phantasm Orb just to try and debuff her. If she does decide to keep flying around, we'll slow her down. Our team takes a point. Only 6% needed. In comes a dynamite as well. We can cleanse that, but I wasn't going to because there is, for example, this rally. Oh, going to fade that. Phantasm Orb. Moira's getting a little bit low. There is a Bob as well in the point. We get taken down by Ashe. Orisa's still there in good health though. Oh, we're getting revived by Mercy here, right next to the Bob, but it should be okay. Got a Coalescence, try and save the Mercy again. Also give her the overhealth from Voidhoppers. Don't think there was anything really to cleanse as Ryan tries to charge into the point, but Orisa's got them on lockdown. And yeah, just Voidhoppers is so nice when you're using it in that kind of defensive stance and you're actively trying to cleanse certain hits or debuffs. It's really, really strong. It's just not a power that works with how I usually play very often. In this case, though, we've already got some crazy value out of it.
Every choice is crucial.
So, it looks like Ballistic Buffer is going to be the one that we sell. I'm genuinely considering it. The self-revive. I'm like, I don't need anything else. We've got everything we've got, right? We've got Lumerico. That's going to give us some self-sustain. If we get caught out, we could get that. And then I think Sonic Recharger. I used this quite recently in some healing stuff, orb healing builds, because it gives you that passive life. So Sonic I mean, just look at our health, right? That's kind of crazy. And every time that we just take cover, there's a good chance that that's going to build up. We keep reflex coating. I'm considering getting energized braces instead of smart orbs, because actually I kind of do want the orbs to pass through players and hit other players with the debuffs. The ability lifesteal is going to help us out a bit. Because considering we're just throwing damage orbs out there, right? It's just more sustained. 508 health with that passive overhealth. It's like good luck bursting us down. Right. Let's see how this round unfolds. Okay, we're playing, again, playing passive. We're not even throwing the orbs out there, like, right away. Huge kill over onto the Brig as well. Very early kill. Enemy Mercy not looking to res that. I think they're covered a bit too much here. Our Mercy getting a little bit low. Ryan's eyes. Look at everyone collapse on the Ryan, but we've got to worry about our Orisa, which is why we're immediately heading back. Mercy actually reacted even quicker. Realised that we're going to get that kill over on the Ryan, so let's make sure, you know, this is, you know, good support players. Maybe the Mercy's a bit better at support than me. I'm a DPS at heart, right? We just like to support because it's more stuff that we can do. We actually got baited into that fade. We were waiting. Oh no, Cassidy could have used that Voidhoppers there. Okay, Ryan's pushing us a bit. Gonna fade that one away. Watch out for the charge. Don't think he can get us here. That ability lifesteal, not gonna keep us alive. It doesn't do that much when our ability power is not that high. But I still think it's probably better value than smart orbs here. Maybe. Alright, still got our Orisa over there, but she's no longer have our Orisa over there. Okay, Ryan pushing through. Does like to stop those charges early, so we've got to try and remember that they do that, because it can bait out a lot of cooldowns. Also, we do have our Voidhoppers, which we can use to save players. Like from those pins, you've got to time it really, really well though. Need to get in and contest this bot. They are moving it closer and closer each time. Brig pushes in. Well, there's the Cassidy here. Apply that overhealth. In comes the rally. Brig turns around immediately to go for us. Gonna bounce heal orbs just in case there is some sort of burst coming in. Okay, gonna use heal orb there. Cassidy also has our back, but our Orisa at the front. In a bit of trouble here. Can we get the heals over onto him? Voidhoppers didn't apply. Now we've got the Brig chasing us down. Gonna bounce damage orbs here, hoping ability lifesteal is gonna help us out. Fade away. Can we get out of here? We have our coalescence. Brig's actually given up and rotated it elsewhere. Oh no, she hasn't. She's straight back in here, so we're gonna fade a long way away. We do have liquid nitrogen, so it is quite difficult. We've got to be aware of her over onto the right though. We are gonna fade straight back again while they're out of position. Attack the Rhine. We do take him down. Enemy team still in the lead. There's under 30 seconds left. Let's see if we can make this push over onto the end. Win the round, win the game. Otherwise, we still have another life in this matchup. It's going to be tricky, though. Enemy team's playing very well. Ryan pushing through now to contest the Orisa. We've got our fade, but we're just waiting for a second. Oh, we can cleanse that burn. Voidhoppers does it. Ah, we took cover from... Oh, no. Orisa pushed the Ryan. She pushed the Ryan outside. Oh, we can cleanse that one as well. So we cleanse that. I don't think it's going to help, though. Overtime. Ah, no. 3-3. The score, I think... If the Orisa doesn't push the Ryan round the corner, then I actually think because we can get some heals out onto them, we might win that. But what Orisa did was push herself out into the open where the entire enemy team focused them down. And I'm not blaming the Orisa for it. You know, you're going to try and push the Ryan away from the team. But I think actually we would have been in a better position. Still, it happens. Right, what are we going to do now? We can have another power. So... 22,000 in cash when we sell a couple of the non-essential items. Cross Orbal gives us some nice orb healing. Is it time to get more ability power in there? We can afford Extendrils, which would apply our debuffs. That's good, leaving us with 11k. What are we going to do with 11k? Two options. Super Flexor. Or, it's not in this tab. So Super Flexor would be good because in terms of one item slot, Super Flexor is very, very strong. It will give us a load more AP. Phantasmic Flux. We haven't got any ability lifesteal, but now our ability power is rapidly increased. So it's still not, you know, huge. If you look, we're in round 7 and we're not full build. If I was on a damage-based build right now, I'd be maxed. I would have been maxed in the last round. I'm pretty sure of it against this kind of team composition. But now we basically have reflex coating instead of another purple item. So we're a good 10, 15k behind. At least. Our team, though, does have a nice 4k advantage. Like cash advantage, not resolution. So again, also the enemy brig's not full either. Right. Going into the last and final round. Can we make the difference here? Gonna be bouncing those orbs there. Cross orb. Kind of irrelevant until the team's taken damage, so we're not too fussed about aiming that a bit differently. Just keep that pressure over onto the Rhyme. Gonna fade for ourselves here as Brig puts a bit of damage over onto the Cassidy. That does all. Okay. Arissa's in trouble. Our whole team's in trouble here. We're gonna stay on the point as long as we can, which wasn't very long. So enemy team drawing first blood here, taking the objective. We've got a bit of work to do. Okay, start of that is let's get the heals out onto Mercy. We heard Freya make some noise. Always listen to the game sounds. It tells you who to heal. So if you know the voices of the heroes, yeah, it's very helpful. Get that over health and cleanse over onto Freya. Okay, orb again bounced in the corner. That should bounce back if it does not expire all the way through. Voidhoppers over onto the Freya, cleansing that stick from the enemy Freya. We do get good value out of it. Again, we can drop off our orb and give over health to anyone that the Brig was going to chase if they're in range. Ryan pushing us, reflex coating helping us out a bit there. Mercy going in for the res. We're not going to be able to stop that, but we do jump up top. Phantasm Orb takes down the Mercy. So Ryan's chasing our Freya by looks of things. We drop off an orb there. There is Ryan pushing the... Oh no, we nearly got caught 3 times by the same pin. Arissa used her ult, I think, as well. Just about surviving, but Ryan's pushing. Oh, Freya takes down the Ryan that was pressuring our Arissa, and she's just about getting her health up. Just has to survive against the Freya and the Brig. Our Freya comes in. Pretty huge here as well. I'd say they're definitely outclassing as Brig does finally get pushed back and taken down. Our team going to get the point. Enemy team only need 25% though for this match. So still staying reasonably passive, applying those debuffs. We're not too bothered about cash generation this time. What with it being the last round. So now it's like, okay, we'll just put out the damage when we can. It's only, I mean, it still affects ultimates. We're going to fade. Oh, Coalescence pop. Where's our tank? We need to make sure we're looking at the tank. Cannot afford to lose them right here. Enemy tank does get taken down. Mercy going for the res. We want to make sure of that. But first, we're going to fire the orbs over onto the Brig. Make sure she's slow and useless. And she does get taken down. Freya's kind of next to us here. Also eliminated. Our team's up to 80% of the objective. Enemy team does have time since the Ryan has respawned. But there's all sorts of things to stop them here. Liquid nitrogen slowing the tank down. We've got Arissa. They've still got to somehow get past with that. They are going to make it there, so we're just going to stand out the way. Oh, no, they didn't, but the Brig goes for a flank over onto the point here. Going to fade that. It does give the overhealth. Brig's trying to push through. Don't think you have the damage, even with the rally there. Oh, Cassidy taking them down. Mercy now. Just put a Phantasm Orb there just to stop any jump. Well, not stop, but hurt them as they do. And we do take the victory. 4-3 the score. Honestly, I think we played that game really, really well. It's kind of a dull game. Like, dull from our perspective. But I think it's smart from our perspective. And I hope some of you guys appreciate that. Yeah, sure, we're not running around killing the entire enemy team the whole game. But it is... I think there's value in it. And I hope you guys enjoyed watching something that's a little bit different. Not too different, but a little bit. Hope you liked and subscribed. And we'll see you in the next one. GG.